Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy, and this is Demon Slayer episode 13 and 14 of season 2. We're in the entertainment district. We are fighting the Oiran of one of his houses, and we are going to start right the heck now. If you want that full-length reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. But if you don't, stay here, because you're already here, and this video is about to begin. Come on! Tanjiro! Tanjiro!
大したことないわね。所詮この程度よ。
Oh, fucking right.
戦えてる。上限の鬼と。
Barely. Able to fight and able to win are two very different things. You have not landed a blow yet, let's be clear. You just managed to turn invisible and survive for a second, which is impressive. I'm not trying to take that away from you. I'm just saying, let's, you know. Ooh, the sound of her shoes is such a cool little detail to throw into the show. Oh, shit. So that weird belt creature is getting sent back at her?
戻っているのか。
Oh, cool. Does that mean she's getting stronger, though?
やっぱ
消えた。
Oh, no.
りあの方に喜んでいただけるわ。
姿が変わった。
Oh.
なんてまがまがしい匂いだ。喉の奥がしびれて痛い。
Fuck, yeah, she's back at full power, I'm guessing. Okay, so the belt, when they cut the belt off, she cuts the belt off, she gives up some of her power to run it naturally. Interesting.
しまった。騒ぎで人が。
この花町はな。
Honestly, it's amazing that people waited this long to come out.
お前らみたいのはお呼びじゃねえんだよ。とっとと失せろ。
うるさいわね。
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. What the fuck? Oh my god! Tandra, you might have been a little overconfident with the I can fight an upper rank demon shit.
待て。許さないぞ。
My guy, I don't think you have a choice. I don't think she's gonna find his hot eyes as sexy anymore. Or pretty, what did he call them?
それから酒に溺れ、うずくまり続けた私は、とんでもない大バカ者だ。
Damn, that's big of him.
いいえ、新次郎さん。この傷は生まれつきのものじゃない。
What is sun breathing? Now you gotta earn being... Sun breathing's the original one, right? It's the one that everything comes off of. Wait, I remember that now. It's the first one. And all the other Yeah.
選ばれたものでなくとも、力が足りずとも、人にはどうしても引けないとき。
Okay, that's pretty fucking sick.
その横暴を俺は絶対許さない。
Oh!
二度と戻らない。
Tanjiro looks fucking insane.
命を何だと思っているんだ。
誰？知らない。
Is that Tanjiro's dad when he was young?
どうして忘れる？
これは私じゃない。
She's having Mizan Kibutsuji's memories. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. I do love that the sunbathing thing is like, there's a mark, but you are either born with it or you earn it by doing a good deed, right? He earned it doing something right. The fucking muscle mice. Jesus Christ.
早く追わないと被害が拡大しますよ。私たちはいいから言ってく。
Oh, God, at least the wives have a fucking brain cell to rub between them. I love that Zenitsu is just asleep running. A, because it means he's not talking, but also because it is just sick as fuck.
かつては痛みや苦しみにもがいて涙を流していたはずだ。
The tears of blood. God damn.
美しく強い鬼は何をしてもいいのよ。
わかった。
The fucking eyes. That's incredible.
血気術。
Tanjiro.
花町を支配するために分裂していた私の体。一つに戻ったらその速度は比じゃないのよ。
Yeah, but you can't outrace the sun, girl.
から。
日の神神楽尺骨炎陽。
痛い。
Tanjiro! This is how you fucking level up!
うまく再生できない。こいつの傷も深いはずなの。
Oh, because it's the sun. Oh my god, right. It's the thing that fucking kills him immediately. He's literally bringing the sun at night.
おかしい。痛みを感じないの。人間なの。
No, not when other people are hurting. It's kind of the weird thing about Tanjiro. He'll feel it.
あんたなんかに私の首が切れるわ。
Oh, shit!
しなって斬撃を緩やかにされた。
Oh, interesting.
さっき私の首に触れたのは偶然よ。
Come on. Oh my god, Tanjiro is so good at Beat Saber.
そんな一瞬でこれだけの距離をどうにかできるわけ。
Oh god.
早っ。
単純なことだ。しなるよりもなお早く刀を振り抜いて。
Yeah, so simple. What the fuck? Oh shit. He still can't wield it well enough.
構えろ。刀を。
You gotta do the recovery breathing.
あんたも首を切ってやる。
Ashura! Nope! Nezuko! Let's go! Oh god, she's fucking pissed.
雲やったわね。あんた、そう
Ooh.
出たのはあんたなのね。
The little tendrils.
見つけて始末してくれ。お前にしか頼めない。
Right. So Muzan Kibutsuji really wants Nezuko in particular dead.
市松柄の帯の娘だ。
I love that characters describe other characters in this world as if they know they're never going to change their clothes. Like, Tanjiro is going to wear the same earrings every day. Nezuko will wear the same outfit every day. Like, you could hide from either side of this conflict by just having a wardrobe. Oh no, fucking Nezuko, no! Oh my god, this is the problem with her being in the box all the time. She's not as practiced.
足どころか。なんで立ってるの？さっき体切断したわよ。
Yeah, wait. What the fuck's going on? Oh shit. Nezuko's leveling up too. Oh no. I'm sorry. What? Why? Why did a 14-year-old girl get big old titties as her level up? What are we doing? Guys, I've had a weird week with, like, perviness in anime, and, like, it never ends. Why would...
また蹴りバカの人
Oh, shit! All right. Apparently, so I've missed some post-credit scenes recently, so I'm gonna let the credits play while I talk. Just in case. Because I was confused as to how Zenitsu got captured. And that was a post-credit scene that I didn't watch. Until later, obviously. Okay. Look, I get it. I harp on it, maybe. And I read the comments of people being like, I don't know why you give a shit about this. And I can understand the mindset of, like, who gives a shit. I do understand that. But why does Nezuko leveling up as a demon mean that she's got massive cleavage now? You know what I mean? And, like, all of the women in this arc, literally every female character who is named and, like, is relevant to this arc, except, like, maybe one of the women running one of the hotels, has just massive tits and exposed cleavage. And, like, Nezuko's 14. It's weird. At least with Tengen's wives, they're adults. If they want to dress like that, does it make any sense in, like, period Japan? No. But whatever. Who cares? At least they're adults. And, like, the episode's dope. I like the level up. I don't even mind the level up. But, like, I don't know. It makes me laugh because it's so consistent. But, like, it isn't even, like, people have, like, normal big boobs, right? They're all massive to the point where, like, in our world, they would be fake. You can't recreate this with live action actors because the like OnlyFans girls that have those titties, none of them are real. Not a one. And I know those girls. It's so goofy. Why does she get big boobs when she gets stronger? I just don't get it, man. Oh, God. And now Zenitsu's gonna be even fucking weirder about her. Like, I don't know. I enjoyed the episode mostly. I thought all of the stuff around the sun breathing was really cool. I briefly forgot about sun breathing. I haven't watched an episode in like a week and a half. Just because my schedule's crazy. But it came back to me really quick there. I like what they're doing with it. I think that like the storytelling around that's fun. I like the Tanjiro Nezuko relationship. I like that Nezuko's the one that showed up there. I thought it was going to be Tengen, obviously. I thought the Hashira was there. We already know he's running towards this fight. But to actually have it be Nezuko, to have Nezuko, you know, see Tanjiro in this state, and that's what spurns her to like that next level of her powers. There's so much around the storytelling of what this show does that I think is so good. I think it's fantastic at times. But the show is also held back to me because some of the elements of the show are handled so poorly. And yeah, and for me, like, Nezuko's transformation was a little bit ruined by the fact that they were like, and boom, she's got cleavage now. Right? Exciting. And I'm like, not really. And I you know, Zenitsu's kind of the same thing. There are episodes where I'm like, God, the Tendro stuff is so fucking good. I don't need the rest of it. And yeah, it's wild. This is wild. And of course she like gets her titties so that she can fight the like big titty queen demon. And we start the episode like just with a close up of her ass. And look, I've read the comments. I now know this story was written by a woman. That's fine. That doesn't actually make it better, right? Like I don't care who drew the sexualized 14-year-old. Personally, it like the gender of the adult who drew that character doesn't matter to me. Yeah, weird choices, but cool storytelling. This show's so strange, man. Yeah. Yeah. I know there's gonna be more comments on this one. They're like, why do you care? I think that why I care is, honestly, that there is a view, there's a lens through which the female characters are being portrayed that is not equal to the male characters, right? And it isn't even that, like, the Oiran, who is the sexy Oiran, and her whole thing is that she's a courtesan of beauty, she's the one that is sexualized. It's that it's like all of the female characters. All 3 of Tengen's wives have the same cleavage. Now Nezuko has it when she's in her demon form, and the Oiran has it. And we're going to pan across it, and we're going to explicitly make sure that it's in frame in a way that we're not doing with the boys, because they're children, right? Like, and Nezuko's a child, but even so, like, we're just not treating them equally. And I think that what that does when you have so many of these shows catered towards young boys that constantly show the women portrayed as being the sexualized objects of the male gaze, you end up with a position where you have boys who don't know how to talk to women, who treat them poorly. And in a bubble, individually, these shows, it's like, well, it's not a big deal, right? In this show, it isn't that big a deal. And I totally understand that argument. I get it, right? But I'm 32 years old. I am married to a woman who I know how to treat very well. And I know how to respect her. And I know what it means to take care of the women in my life. And I am concerned that if you grow up watching this stuff, this shit wasn't in shows when I was growing up, right? Like, it wasn't. I had fucking, and I had cartoons, but I don't feel like the cartoons, except for maybe Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z has some weird shit, particularly when Bulma starts, I think it's Bulma starts trying to use the Dragon Balls to, like, change her body to be hotter and younger. I haven't seen a lot of that stuff because I mostly didn't. I've only seen a few episodes here and there after the Majin Buu stuff, but I feel like I'm starting to watch all of these animes that come out now, right? And because of this channel, I'm getting really into it, and it's constant. And I'm like, God, fuck! If this was what I was raised on when I was like 10 years old, how would I treat women? And honestly, I go to anime conventions. I go to more anime conventions than the average person. I fly around to them. It's part of the job of whatever the fuck it is that I do. I don't get it either. And I do see some of these young guys who I'm like, they don't even know how to approach the, like, professional hot cosplay babes that they're trying to get an autograph from, let alone a normal person on the street who isn't going to have titties like that, because it's not real. Those aren't real. Like, those aren't the proportions of real human beings. And if you start to expect that, you're only going to date people with fake tits. I'm sorry, that's the reality of the world. You're only going to date people who have spent $10,000 to $16,000 going to some doctor to get them bolted onto their bodies. And it creates an expectation that doesn't exist in the real world. And it is a viewpoint that they're viewed through constantly by these shows that is not equalized in any way, because I think these shows are so scared of showing a normal girl who's just attracted to men regularly. It doesn't exist. It's always through this lens of like, oh no, I actually don't want that, but I do, but oh, I don't want that, but I do. Oh, don't peeping Tom on me, but I actually like it. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's weird. It's weird that she's 14. And yeah. And if you're like, I don't care, that's fine. You don't have to care. I care. I don't love it. I'm gonna keep watching the show. I still think the show's good. Like, it doesn't ruin the experience for me. I'm not, like, completely out, and I've probably talked for too long about it. People have tuned out of the video. But, like, she's 14. And it's just, it was unnecessary. I kind of rolled my eyes at the rest of it, right? And I wasn't going to bring up the, like, outfits or anything anymore. I was like, whatever, I've said my piece, let's move on. And then this episode was like, well, we've got to focus on Nezuko. We haven't sexualized the 14-year-old yet. We have to make the entire end of the episode about how she's a more powerful demon, but don't worry, coming with powers is also the ability to make grown men uncomfortable with her age. Yeah. Yeah, we just watched, I'm not going to spoil it, but, like, I'm not gonna say when or whatever, but in Jujutsu Kaisen, we just watched, there was a fucking, like, middle school girl naked in a bathtub that was, like, panned across. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. It's some weird shit. And I have a hardcore, like, no lolly shit. But this isn't even really lolly. Like, she's not like a 3,000-year-old demon living in a fake young person's body. She's just an actual child. Let's watch the next episode, if anyone is still in this video. I'm sure I'll have it chaptered so that people can skip over this conversation if they don't want to listen to it. Jesus.
だったら私の再生力は上回ってるじゃない。
Oh, fuck. That's dark. I don't like that smile.
姉ちゃんが姉ちゃんじゃなくなる。
So is the family, like, metaphysically connected still in the afterlife? Is that how the siblings know what's going on? Fuck. Right, because she has, like, blood power shit. Yeah. Fighting Nezuko is a problem, because if you win, it is actually worse. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Nezuko's enjoying this too much. Oh, fuck. Oh, people are gonna get hurt if you do not get involved, Tanjiro. Oh, don't do it, Nezuko. Do not eat that woman. Nezuko! Fuck, she wants human flesh. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh Jesus, this is a fucking disaster. What a design choice. She looks so fucking torn up.
禰豆子を離して大丈夫か。いや、どうする。まず周囲の人。
Tengen, if you were ever gonna show up, now would be the fucking time! Let's go! Okay, let's get flashy. It's fucking time.
Oi!
Hey!
そっちから来たの。手間が省けた。
うるせえな。お前と話してねえよ。
Shut up! I'm not talking to you.
弱すぎなんだよ。
何よ、バカなこと。
He cut her head on the way in. Oh, Tengen's fast as fuck.
ぐずり出すようなバカガキは戦いの場にいらねえ。地味に子守歌でも歌ってやれよ。
Yeah. Hey, lullabies can be flashy. Don't discount lullabies. Lullabies can be sick as fuck, okay? Calm down. You ever sang a little "Go to sleep" to a child? Puts them right out.
母さん。
子守歌でも歌ってやれ。
Oh, it's literally gonna be a lullaby. Nezuko, you don't want to do a head-to-head with that forehead. That might be the only thing that hurts you. It truly is the power of family.
ねずこ
Vin Diesel would be so proud.
こんこん小山の小うさぎは
Damn.
お腹の中にいた時にお母さんが赤い木の実を食べたから。
Oh, young Nezuko is so cute. She was just a good kid. This world is harsh.
母さん寝た。寝ました。
That was beautiful. That was really well done.
ふざけんじゃないよ。だいたいあんたさっき私が上限じゃない。
Yeah, why isn't she turning to dust?
上限なんだから。
負けてるだろ、一目瞭然に。
私本当に
I'm really powerful, you know? Okay? I'm like really powerful.
首切られた。首切られちゃった。
Can you not behead upper... Do you have to get them in the sun? Oh, God. What the fuck was that?
つけろよな。おめえは本当に頭が
Sure aren't the sharpest tool in the shed. You were looking kinda dumb with your finger and your thumb in the shape of an L on your forehead.
顔はな、せっかく可愛い顔に生まれたんだから。
What the...
へえ、やるな。
Jesus.
お前いいな。その顔いいな。
Lucky you, man.
いいな。シミも。
You're hot.
俺は太れねえんだよな。腕もあるな。
The voice choice for this character is wild. Yeah.
寝たましいな、寝た。
Oh.
そりゃもう苦しい仕方だな。
God, his weapons are cool, though.
すごく頑張ってたのよ。一人で。それなのにね。
Got in my way and bullied me.
そうだな、そうだな。そりゃ許せねえな。
She went from being a real cool villain to like the worst.
俺の名は牛太郎だから。
Oh, fuck.
なんだあれは。カマか。
Okay, spinning that fast. How the fuck did Tandro see that they're sickles?
新手の鬼か。宇髄さんの血の匂い。
Wait, did the belt demon were they in the same body, or was that demon just in her belt?
この俺様、伊之助様がどこで見ろ。
すまない。俺は禰豆子を箱に戻してく
I'm
れ。
gonna go put Nezuko back in her box. Like, I know that that's what's happening, but what an insane way to phrase it. You guys, go fight to the death up there. I'm gonna go put my sister in a box, and then I'll come back. Oh, this show.
お前女房が3人もいるのかよ。ふざけるなよな。
This is so fucking goofy.
なんだ、はぜたぞ。一回落ち。
Oh, shit. Okay. I don't know how he got them down 2 floors. Fine, but sure.
兄貴の首を切ればもろとも消滅するのか。
Or do you have to do them simultaneously? Maybe you have to... Are you just gonna blow up the whole house? Alright! That's one way to fight the demons.
一筋縄にはいかねえよな。
Oh hey, they fell like the Guardians of the Galaxy. We are Groot.
二人で一つだからな。
It's a pretty sick shot. All right. I enjoyed that. Nice twist for the villain. Something new for the show. Lore-wise, I don't know how I feel about being like, well, you can behead demons, but not this one. Whatever. But cool design. I really liked the Oiran demon as a villain when she was as in control as she was. And I do feel like making her become a whiny, like, petulant, like, teenager wasn't my favorite choice in terms of her character. But I do like the brother, and I do think that there's some really cool visual fights happening right now. I think Tengen's abilities are interesting, and the way that it's all interacting with the sun breathing is really cool. Learning about the sun breathing and how that's kind of becoming Tanjiro's way forward. Yeah, it's an interesting arc. It's an interesting show in that, like, I like it. I enjoy watching it. I don't think it's brilliant. I do think that thematically sometimes I think that, like, thematically sometimes this show is going for something that it almost, like, undermines its own message at times in order to get the hypeness. I think that, you know, Demon Slayer, the moments that I think are really beautiful about this show are the quieter, more sentimental moments. The character relationships, right? And I think that what holds the show back a little bit for me personally is that it sometimes feels like the show has to work a little too hard narratively to get to sort of the bombastic excitement. And it feels like the show doesn't trust itself to get there naturally. It feels like it has to kind of, like, push it. But when we get, like, the end of Mugen Train, I think was a great example of it didn't feel like in Mugen Train they were ever pushing for it to feel big and bombastic and crazy. It felt like that really came from the characters, and it's why I think Mugen Train right now is, like, the peak of this show for me, because of the way they use the inter-character development to push this narrative forward to this very satisfying emotional conclusion. And I do feel like we've put our feet on the gas a little bit in this arc, but in trying to ramp up the show, I almost feel like the characters' inner motivations have been lost a little bit for either comedy or combat in ways that I just don't think are benefiting it as much as in previous arcs. That's all. I still think it's very fun though. Like, I'm not going to stop by any means because of it. I know every time I say anything like that, people are like, oh my god, he's going to stop. No, I still enjoy the show. I'm kind of excited to get past this arc a little bit. I feel like I understand what it's going for, and I think that it is somewhat successful at accomplishing that. But I'm now more excited to get into what's next for the show, than just to keep fighting here. And I think that for me, part of that is the powerful Oiran who has her fingers in all of the pies and, like, really has political control and strength in the district would have been a more interesting combatant if they had to fight her on two fronts, both physically combat her and deal with the ramifications of her power over the district, right? How do you fight someone who has their hands in all of the pies of the area? And I thought that we were going to go down that road where, like, they were going to have to expose her in some way, or they were going to have to kind of fight her, but also deal with the fact that she can manipulate the people around because of the power that she has over them. And so when this arc which is now devolved into, we're just fighting. We're just having a normal fight contest where we just have to figure out what your weakness is and eventually beat you. I feel like the arc kind of gave up on the location a little bit and isn't using the entertainment district and her being this, like, powerful figure in the entertainment district to the full narrative potential that it had. It really was just a few episodes of, we're here, our characters are more scantily clad now, and we're going to get into a fight really fast. And so the elements of the first couple episodes of the entertainment district which we're diving into this Oiran being this powerful character who, you know, the people under her have to do what she says because she is the financial backing and the strength and the political might of their ability to operate in this district. What I thought they were going to do with that story, they just didn't really touch, and they just kind of got to, and now we're fighting, and it's about breathing techniques again, and that stuff is fun, and I do enjoy a few episodes of that, but yeah, I almost feel like there's a missed opportunity here of having to have our characters interact with the demon outside of the like context of combat. And I think that's just me wanting something from the show that the show isn't interested in doing, and that is fully on me. I understand that. But it has kind of let the Entertainment District arc to me being a little bit of a letdown, where the setup I thought was really cool, and the way they introduce the Oirans is like they have power here. They have the ears and the willpower to change the way people interact within this district. I don't know that the show did much with that except use it as a backdrop to fighting. And obviously I didn't like Nezuko's transformation. That being said, like I still think animation wise it's like one of the best shows I've ever seen, right? I think the visuals of the show are fucking stunning. There are so many shots. The mother stuff in the last 2 episodes, the Nezuko looking up at the sky shot was so unbelievably gorgeous. I love, it's not beautiful, but I love the construction of the shot of the Oiran on her brother when they're looking, with the way that they articulate all of her ribbons and things. I think that the visuals of this arc have been done, exceptionally well. And sound design, that all of the technical elements of the show are very strong. But this arc just, it's not as complex as I wanted it to be. Even season 1 arcs, like I felt like when we were in the Spider Mountain, when we started to get into the interpersonal relationships between the spider demons, there was a really interesting interplay in what they wanted and them being scared of the leader demon, the like brother spider demon boy, and the way all of those demons interacted within their sort of demon family relationships. I feel like a lot of these arcs have been a little bit more complicated than this one, and this is just this setup that it could have been, and they laid the groundwork for something really interesting, and I don't know that they paid that off as well as they have just kind of been like, and now the sexy demon is fighting, and so we're gonna have a lot of shots of her like bent over with her ass towards the camera in panties, and Nezuko's gonna have big tits. Like it kind of feels, I know that I complain about the sexualization of characters a lot, but in this arc it just kind of feels like that's all that's happening. And the willpower to become a sunbreather, that's fun, but I do feel like there was an opportunity here to tell a really cool story and focus on sort of the courtesan relationship and the way in which a demon and a sex worker are blamed by society for society's wrong. You know what I mean? Like there's, but maybe unfairly, but sometimes fairly. You know what I mean? Like I think there could have been thematically some really strong stuff in this, and it just was like we were there for a day, and then night hit, and then it was like, well, all bets are off. Let's go fight. And the fighting's fun. It's really like moment to moment. The fighting is enjoyable. But it isn't as satisfying to me as the like sort of emotional conclusion of Mugen Train. Or even in these 2 episodes, like I think emotionally my favorite part of it was the letter and the moment with the flame Hashira, Kyojuro, his dad writing that letter. That scene is more what I think the show is actually good at. I think the writer of the manga is really successful at those kind of storytelling beats. And so I actually wish the show leaned more into that. It's interesting to watch a writer have so much strong material in that vein and not mind that vein as much as they go to kind of just the like episodes of, I'm not the strongest. I need to swing my sword better. Oh, I'm going to have more willpower, so I'm going to swing my sword better. Which is kind of what a few of the battles eventually turn into. And I don't know. I don't know what I expected. I thought we were going to get a little bit more here. And as well animated as the combat is, it just and like Nezuko's fighting was so sick, right? It's so cool. But the cooler part of Nezuko's fighting is actually the aftermath, where she is like struggling to fight, and it leads into the lullaby mode. She's struggling not to kill the humans, and Tanjiro's holding her back, and that stuff was great. All of that storytelling stuff was great, and I should call that out more because I really enjoyed those scenes. But as a whole, yeah, there's elements of the show that I think aren't working as well for me, and I like the show. I don't love Demon Slayer, but I like it a lot. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't crack into like my favorite animes where with like, you know, One Piece and Chainsaw Man, and right now Jujutsu Kaisen. I think Jujutsu Kaisen is great. But it's in that next level down, for sure. Yeah. Maybe that's unfair. I'm curious to see what the comments are going to be if people watch to the point where I started talking about like the potential of the narrative here. I'm really curious to see what y'all come up with in both Patreon and YouTube comments. I'm excited to read those. I haven't really found the comments for the show to be very spoilery, so I appreciate that. If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below, because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is... I'm going to go with Nezuko, because, like, can you imagine getting real angry? You're, like, the maddest you've ever been, and you tense up because you're just pissed, and you flex your muscles, and suddenly you have, like, G-cup tits. It'd be so weird, right? Wouldn't that be weird? I don't know. If you want to follow me on the internet, you can. I'm at nerdynightly. Do something nerdy tonight. Bye.